In the focus of the program within the process is detailed process of production from the idea to final result under the brand Made in Kazakhstan. The program shows us an amazing world of projects, technologies and industrial developments.
Here came the winter. It is so cold outside. In summer, the whole city is full of flower beds. Everything is blossoming. Now it seems like it is not the time for flowers. But we can buy roses in winter and summertime. It is amazing. People have learned how to cultivate the heat-loving plants even in the most severe cold season. We came to a rose garden greenhouse in order to learn about it. Now we are ready to tell you all about it. Hello, you're watching The Process, a program that describes how it works. Today our camera lenses are focused on the roses cultivation process in the warm houses. Construction and equipping of the warm houses is the first stage of the process. They start the structure assembly when the land is ready where the warm house will be installed. Distinctive features of the modern warm houses is that they do not need earth for planting. Some boats are positioned on the supports at a little distance from the warm house's floor. Special rock wool mats are laid in these boats. Holes are drilled in such mats in advance to be used to plant the rose cutting. The irrigation system consists of the pipes with dispensers. Once warm houses assembly is completed, they start to provide the required climatic conditions, the desired temperature and humidity level. Then they start to plant new cultivars of roses. Cutting of roses are placed in the rock wool holes that immediately are connected to the irrigation system piping. Warm house originates from the word warm. Here it feels like on another planet. Their constant temperature level is maintained at the level of 25 degrees Celsius, even if it's freezing outside. They provide additional moisture in summer drought seasons for the flowers to feel comfortable. Generally, walls and roofs of the warm house are transparent to pass sunlight. Roof-mounted air vents are provided for ventilation. For example, in cold times when the premise is heated, it can be too hot in the rose garden warm house. In this case, the air vents are cracked open, ambient air mixes with the air inside the warm house, and it makes the temperature decrease to the desired level. In addition, there are pipes laid under the ceiling for water spraying. If the warm house air becomes too dry, the cultivator activates the spraying and fog is going down on the plants. In other words, the air is humidified. In wintertime, the heating is vital for warm houses. Due to this reason, a boiler room is always provided for warm houses. It helps to constantly maintain the temperature level desired for the flowers. All the functions in warm houses are fully automated. In order to provide the flowering favorable climate, to maintain the desired temperature level and humidify the air, the cultivator needs to press a specific button. Roses are very delicate plants. Consequently, they must not be poisoned with chemicals. But what shall we do with pests that appear on the plants? And they've found incredible solutions for warm houses. Just imagine, special insects are imported from abroad on a regular basis for the purpose to exterminate the plant lice and white flies. Watering is the major condition for plants' life. Water is pumped to a huge silo to settle down, and then it is distributed to the roots of roses along the irrigation system piping. Fertilizers are also needed to take care of flowers. They're supplied together with water to the roots of roses through the irrigation system. But prior to it, the cultivator makes correct proportions of the nutrients. This mixture was added to one of the water tanks to be dissolved. These tanks are connected to the irrigation system control panel. The cultivator will program the equipment for fertilizer supply depending on what mixture is to be supplied to any section of the warm house. Besides roses, there are other dwellers in the warm house. Cats live here in peace and richly. They are not harmful to roses, but they are very helpful to deal with mice and snakes that come here from the outside. Different cultivars of flowers are growing in one warm house. That's why you can see all the colors of garden roses and splendid rows of small spray flowers. On average, roses start to be in blossom 10 weeks after planting. In other words, first flowers from young cuttings can be cut in 2.5 months. Active life and blossoming periods of the rose bushes is 5 to 6 years. It means that once a filled rose garden can operate for this period without any regeneration. Employees of warm houses visually check which flowers have blossomed and which ones are ready to cut. They lay flowers down in special carts on rail tracks, which allow collecting many flowers at a time. Ripened flowers are collected by the warm house employees on a daily basis. Though flowers are planted and grown in the warm house conditions, amount of collected roses still depends on the season. Consequently, for example, in summertime, flowers are collected twice a day. Afterwards, the collected roses are sent to a sorting shop. Compared to the warm houses, here it is cool, since cut flowers can quickly burst in warm conditions. Roses of similar cultivar may vary in size of flower buds. For that reason, all the collected flowers shall be distributed using a special sorting machine. Sensitive sensors are installed in such sorting machines. This sensor determines the flower category and sends it to a certain compartment for such category. Flower stem length will be adjusted depending on the size of the rose. When a compartment is full of sufficient number of flowers, a pack is fixed with thread and flower legs are cut by blades. Collected packs of flowers are loaded to the transporter to deliver flowers to the packer. Here they prepare the flowers for delivery to the stores. Flowers will be wrapped in paper and marked. Paper will be laid in between the layers in order to avoid the flowers crushing down. Each pack will have specifications about the cultivar, sort, and size of flowers inside it. It is only left to send the sorted roses for sale. But the flowers are sorted all day long. Ready packs of flowers are picked up only in the mornings. So they are waiting for picking up in the refrigerator. In the refrigerator, they will not burst and wilt earlier. Batches of fresh flowers are distributed among the flower shops every morning. Now it's high time to make a bunch. They can combine different colors and sizes of flowers if they need to create an original floral composition. Florists shall lay the flower at a little angle in order to avoid the flowers squeezing up against buds of each other. Cone-form structure is made up. It's not enough to tape such amount of stems. First, it is tied with an intermediate strap. Now you can wrap a bunch in paper. Roses do not need too bright packaging. Paper and tape will be modest to focus on the flowers. A bunch of flowers is ready. Since these flowers grew in the local warm house, they are the freshest out of the others as I could find in the city. Furthermore, they would not be imported from abroad and therefore their price is more attractive.
Пожалуйста, это вам. Спасибо. Какой восхитительный.
What a wonderful bunch I have. It is made for the most beautiful girl. And now I have to run. I'm in a hurry for a date.
На свидание. Жан, привет.
Dear Daria, these flowers are for you, the most beautiful and fresh ones, as you are. You watch the process, a program that describes how it works. It changes your opinions of the things that surround us in everyday life. My name is Nazar Muhammadjan. See you in the next process.